Yo, here's a quick overview of free PC games for you to grab this week, and we start over on the Epic Store with two freebies, Surviving the Aftermath and Earthlock. In Surviving the Aftermath, you get to survive and thrive in a post-apocalyptic future. Resources are scarce, but opportunity calls. Here you will build the ultimate disaster-proof colony, protect your colonists, and restore civilization to a devastated world. A good thing is that this bad boy is made by Paradox. A bad thing is that this bad boy is made by Paradox. You can expect a nice, well-developed strategy survival game with amazing content long into the future. Of course, this content will be in the form of paid DLC, so you better get that wallet ready and lubricated. Considering the asking price of $0, it's not too bad of a deal, even if you decide to sell your soul and get a DLC or two. Surviving the Aftermath is currently sitting in with mostly positive reviews on Steam with a total of 2,500 reviews. The game will be available for you to claim on the Epic Store starting November 16th. Alongside Survival the Aftermath, Epic Store will also serve your beautiful face Earthlock, which is an indie developed adventure RPG inspired by the classic 3D RPG games of the late 90s, with a fresh take on turn-based combat and character progression. Earthlock is a decent game, and it really doesn't do anything new for the RPG genre, but seeing as some of you are itching for a JRPG experience, then this might actually be able to scratch that itch. Unfortunately, the story is painfully average. Luckily, I have the same memory as a goldfish, so I can't remember anything about it despite just playing the game. To be fair, Earthlock has a reasonable, interesting character level up system, the music is pretty good, and the art style is enjoyable. Considering it's free, it's for sure worth parking in your digital library for now and then revisit it at a later time if you have absolutely nothing better to do with your time. Oh, and remember, links to all of the games mentioned in this video are in the description to make your life a little bit easier. If you want to stay up to date on free games, then I would appreciate a subscribe and let's go on. Next, I want to do a quick mention to Europa Universal IV. And I have to be honest, my brain is not big enough to handle this grand scale, complex and detailed strategy game. Luckily yours might be. The great thing about this game is that you can play as Native Americans and put Europeans in reservations, and for that reason it's in today's video. It's currently free to play for a limited time to give you a taste, so to say. But be careful, I'm seeing reviewers with 3, 7, 12, and one dude, Jesus, he must have melted in his chair with 35,000 hours played. How much is that even? I mean, someone in the comment section do the calculation and let me know. Anyway, we're sidetracking. Europa Universal IV, free to play for a limited time over on Steam. So head to their page and get ready to lose your kids, your wife, your job, but at least you'll restore the Byzantine Empire to its former glory. Since we're here at the limited time offers, I want a quick heads up to Isonzo. If that's how it's pronounced, probably not. Anyway, you can take it out for a spin. Here you have the ferocious Alpine warfare which will test your tactical skills in this authentic World War I first-person shooter. You battle among scenic peaks and rugged valleys and idyllic towns in northern Italy. The Great War on the Italian front is brought to life and elevated to unexpected heights. It's really a thumbs up from here. To be honest, it's super cool, super realistic and super fun. And that's enough super for the rest of this video. By the way, I have never seen AI rush to me so quickly after getting shot, and I love it. So find yourself a girlfriend who dedicates herself to you like Isuzu AI does when you become wounded. You will find both Isonzo and Europa Universal IV ready to go on Steam. Gleam.io is giving away 1,000 keys to Yes Your Grace Snowfall Beta. Yes Your Grace Snowfall is a cinematic kingdom management game where you make alliances, support your loved ones, and rebuild the trust of your people. You dive into a Slavic folklore-inspired world, bursting with enchanting characters that will bring trouble, help, or laughter into your throne room. Challenge your petitioner's intent and decide if you want to satisfy their pleas or not. A super cool looking strategy single player story rich game where your choice actually matters. In order to get your key, head on over to the link in the description and fill out this bad boy. Unfortunately, you gotta follow them here and there and verify this and that, but at the end you should be able to get a key sent to you. Keep in mind there's only 1,000 keys, well 999 as of this, so be quick if you wanna grab yours. From November 17th, Star Citizen will be free to play for about 2 weeks. If I'm not mistaken, new players can pick and choose between hundreds of spaceships to play around with, and luckily there's enough time to give you guys a good feeling for the game. When someone tells me about Starfield, I try to imagine a universe that combines the freedom of exploration, the thrill of combat, and the unique challenges of building a life in space. Star Citizens puts ultimate control in the hands of the player, and whether you're making your way as a cargo hauler or exploring the vastness of space or scrapping out a living outside the law, you will navigate through a mixture of procedurally generated and handcrafted worlds and to interact with a variety of funky characters along the way. I usually tend to stay away from time sinks because I simply cannot find the time. Games like Star Citizen never really come on my radar, so I can't tell you whether this game is good or not, but for $500 million which was used for its funding, it better be damn good. If you wanna go give it a go give it. You can try it on this link. Oh my god, what's happening? Sorry, I just needed a reset there. Anyway, what I was trying to say, if you wanna try it, there is a link in the description to take you to the juicy website. Thank you. Next up, we have Robocraft 2, and when I saw this game, I went down memory lane. The sequel to the genre-defining game played by over 16 million wankers. Experience a vehicle-based online PvP destruction with limitless options. Absolutely free. Robocraft 2 is off to a bit of a rough start though, with mostly negative reviews despite coming out only a few days ago. I can understand why. I took it for a spin last night and I must say it's just as buggy as my life. I would just be driving along and my weapon would just fall off for no apparent reason, and then just continue shooting from the ground for some weird reason. It also led me to this quite interesting tip. Whenever you meet an opponent, just shoot for the gun to begin with. At some point it will just drop off and he will be sitting there like a sitting duck, as you say. I'm kinda left with the feeling that Robocraft that came out in 2016 is a better option here. I guess the developers have time to get some fixes out and make this game as fun as the original. Anyway, it's free to play and you can take it for a spin yourself. Let me know if you agree with my state of the art review in the comment section. A quick mention to Grapples Galore, which is a fast-paced online multiplayer arena shooter with physics-based grappling hook movements, active ragdolls, and some pretty funky gunplay. The controls are a little bit all over the place, but once you get the hang of it, you can pull off some pretty funky looking kills that leaves a huge smile on your face. And once I figured out that you can actually grapple onto other people's, it opened a whole new can of whoop-ass. Grapples Galore was released just a few days ago and it's sitting in with mostly positive reviews on Steam, with 44 reviews in total. So it's off to a good start and understandably considering the fun factor. A quick mention to Gatekeeper Infinite, which is a fast-paced roguelike shooter where you search for the stolen heart of the universe and battle machine enemies all day long. You play solo or join forces with friends in co-op mode if you're lucky enough to have any of those. For being a prologue or like a starter, this game is actually pretty good. So good in fact that I added it to my wishlist, which is something that doesn't happen very often. I'll give you a few good hours of gameplay if you have a good eye to hand to brain coordination. Gatekeeper Infinite is currently sitting in with very positive reviews on Steam and the full game is set to be released sometime in Q1 2024. And that's pretty much all I had for you in this one. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch my video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, subscribe if you haven't, like it, why not? Thanks a lot for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.